Morning, I hope you're okay. I'm Simon, I'm the Head of Operations for Beds Luton A&E and also for PTS in Beds, Herts and West Essex. We've recently had some great feedback from our patients across the trust, particularly in my area. I noticed that the patient survey scores were really high, even compared to normal, and I sense the public really appreciating what you're doing for them, so thank you for that. Also, some of the comments that we had back really stand out. I've got one here, it's not in isolation, but this person said the response was very fast, the crew were very thorough in their assessment, they listened and I was reassured. It's very efficient but still friendly. COVID measures and PPE were respected. I could not have wished for a better experience. Those things that stand out, even just a quote like that, I think sum up what you do so well. They were fast, thorough, they listened, reassured, were efficient and friendly. They're kind of like some of the words that we might want to put along the side of our ambulance about the things that we're proud that we deliver for our patients day in and day out. The other thing that stood out for me, and a couple of the responses we got back, and I wasn't expecting it, was their appreciation of us working to keep them COVID safe, so wearing our masks and our PPE. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to say to you, I think it's pretty tough at the moment. I think we are built as ambulance people, particularly those who work or have worked on the front line with patients or in control rooms, those kind of environments. We're built to respond to emergency. We actually quite like it. We like the adrenaline-fueled rush. We go out, we deal with the job, we make things better, we make them safe, we come down again and we move on to the next one. That's just how we're built and how we're trained. But we've never before had to deal with something that goes on for such a long time and affects us personally. Coronavirus undoubtedly is affecting us the way it affects our society. It makes us worried about our own health, concerned about our family and our relatives, worried what we're taking home all the time. It impacts on our personal liberties, where we can go and what will be open and what we can do with our time off or our time at work. And I think people are beginning to find it quite draining. I think it's had quite a big impact on our society, and we're a cross-section, a subgroup of our society. And so if you're feeling a bit like you're struggling, if you're feeling a bit fed up or even a bit low, it's okay to feel like that, but it's not okay for us not to recognise it. So I would just ask all of us, managers and staff alike, to let's keep looking out for each other, because we may not be experiencing one of those big, sudden, traumatic incidents, but we are experiencing something that's quite wearing and grinding, and I would want us to keep looking out for each other. If I can help in any way, then please contact me, and I, together with the other managers in my area, will do everything we can to support you during what's going on at the moment. The other thing that I picked out in that quote, which again surprised me, was the appreciation of our patients and the public that we treat the spread of infection seriously with our PPE. Can I please just take the opportunity to remind you, I've heard people say far more eloquently than I can and far better level of education about disease spread than I will ever have. But I've heard them say really effectively, you can't expect your normal level of autonomy if we're going to crack reducing the spread of infection in a pandemic. We all need to do the right things together. And one of those right things is you just need to be wearing your face mask in your cab. We need to be doing it because we've got to stop the spread of infection to our families, to our friends, to our community and to our patients by, first of all, stopping the spread of it amongst ourselves as much as we can. And also it gives a great deal of confidence to the public when they see us driving around taking their health seriously. So please, wear your masks in your cab. If for some reason you believe that you can't do that, then make an urgent appointment to see one of your LOMs to agree on some sort of exemption, if that's appropriate. Other things I just wanted to talk to you about in the few minutes that I've got. You may not know, but in South Bedfordshire, we are piloting a culture change programme in response to some of the things that have happened over the last 12 months. We've noticed, it's been highlighted, that we do a lot of things really well, but there's some things we just need to do better. So we're doing something that mainly the staff, have come up with the idea of, we're calling it Creating Our Culture. And it's very much a staff-led, staff-engaged programme to see how we can do things better to make everybody feel safe and supported and included and valued, and opportunities to development. All those things that we talk about so often. One of the things that keeps coming up within that, and in my wider experience in the ambulance service, is we just need to get better at valuing and supporting each other. You know, most of us have come to work in the ambulance service because we're the kind of people who value other people's well-being and health, and we want to care for them and support them. And we need to make sure that we start that with ourselves and with our staff. So some of the things that have come up as we've been doing that piece of work, and it's very much ongoing at the moment, is that staff don't always feel like they can report something when they don't feel safe or when they're concerned about a colleague. Now, that might be sometimes because their relationship with their manager isn't what it should be, and we're working really hard on that. It might be that their relationship with their peers is such that they feel like it won't be seen as the right thing to report a concern, or that if they report a concern about somebody that's popular, it'll be different to if they report a concern about somebody that isn't as popular. It seems hard to say these things out loud, but they're some of the messages that we're getting, and we need to change that because, of course, being the kind of caring individuals we are, we need to remind ourselves that the people that need the most care and support are often those who are in the minorities, the smaller groups, the people who have less of a voice. One of those groups is our BAME staff, our Black, Asian, minority ethnic people. I'm doing a lot of work with them at the moment, and with the Trust BME group. And we have got our first local BAME forum on the 14th of October. It's a couple of Wednesdays in the morning at 9:30, and it's for everybody in the pilot area for the BAME work stream development. So this is about us engaging our BAME staff, giving them some of the information and the control to change things within the organisation, to have a voice in a way they've not had before, and to support one another as a community. So we'll be doing that on the 14th of October. If you are a member of BAME staff in Bedfordshire A&E, or in Bedford AOC and its various parts, or in PTS in Beds, Herts and West Essex, please come and join us. It'll be a Teams call, of course. Please come and join us and engage in that conversation about what's working well for our Black and Asian staff and those in the minority ethnic community, and what we need to do better together. If you haven't had an invite and like to come, please contact me direct. We can sort all of that out. Can I just say in closing how incredibly proud I am continually of the leaders and the staff in my area and across the organisation where I work. Our leaders, they absolutely knock themselves out day in and day out to support our staff and continue providing the best service they can. And our staff, I just can't thank you enough for the kind of comments that we're getting back, and certainly locally the performance that we're delivering for our patients. We are doing a great job at getting there fast, as well as providing a great service once we're there. Thank you everybody. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.